Actually, this brings up an interesting point because I think there's a question of deterioration. So for action figures, if you keep them long enough, right, they typically will, especially if it's the older plastics, they will typically have a little bit of
yellowing,
stickiness. Or there will be still the plastic will sort of deteriorate, and then it will change colors. And if you talk about Pokemon slabs, Pokemon cards, they don't have as long of a history lah.
The shelf life.
So I'm not sure, like, whether they will have some of these same, because for Marvel Legends or what, these are 30 over years old.
Yeah.
Then the graded comics that you see, if you didn't grade them, they all turn yellow.
Yeah.
Whereas Pokemon cards, I mean, there is the warping. Once you slap, you lose. You don't have to worry about that warping anymore.
Correct.
But I'm just wondering whether, 10, 15 years down the road, especially Singapore is a very humid country, right? Will there be a case where everybody looks at their sealed stuff, everybody looks at their boxes or things like that, then they'll think, I need to get rid of it.
There is some level of like deterioration for sure.
I mean, that's the thing about this kind of collectibles, right? So sometimes you have to take them like in proper prim condition. Like, whether the room has to be, a certain level of humidity. It's like how, you keep your precious stuff.
Actually, the deterioration point I thought of discussion, and we brought up quite a few good points, is that the realities of life do come in when it comes to a collection, whether it's space, whether it's maintaining it as well.
Other priorities also.
For cameras, I have to buy a dry box. Then after I have more cameras, I have to buy a bigger dry box. Then now also for collectibles, it's like, I essentially moved all the collectibles into a store, and not from the home. So that takes up space. So all these things, like the fatigue can get to you if the logistical side of life sort of comes into play.
But I also think that when you own too much things, you start to wonder whether you really need so much things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, do we really need that, or is it time to let it go?